Amazfit Band 5 has proven to be the superior tracker from the Xiaomi family, while the Honor Band 6 basically wiped the floor with the hybrids from both Honor and Huawei, such as Huawei Watch Fit and the Honor Watch ES. If you are new to Wesno's Tech News and Reviews, we talk about the latest tech news. We do brutally honest reviews and share hacks and tricks along the way. There are so many comments and questions about these two trackers under the videos and reviews that we've done on the Wesno's channel that I've basically got no choice. I have to put them in a one-to-one, head-to-head comparison. Both are very innovative, both have so much to offer, and both are extremely budget. Going price for both are about $45 each. What makes this one-to-one so special is that these ones are basically the best trackers in the segment of the $40 to $50 market. They're going for the same market. They are fighting in the same marketplace. Let's have a look where the overlaps exist. Let's have a look at where the gaps are and what those gaps are between the two trackers. We need to explore them and understand which one is a better purchase and which one brings more value to you. As per usual for the Wesno's channel, we are going to kick off with the design, then we'll get into the display, and then we'll cover off the features and functions. Watch cases are both from the cheaper side of the spectrum, hard plastic cases on both. Dimensions on the two trackers speak for themselves. 47.2 by 18.5 by 12.4 millimeters on the Amazfit Band 5 and 43 by 25.4 by 10.8 millimeters on Honor Band 6. The Band 6 is shorter but wider and surprisingly thinner by almost 15%. The Amazfit Band 5 follows the traditional tracker. We're all so used to pallet-like designs. The case pops out of the one-piece silicone strap, while Honor Band 6 steps away from the norm and dives into uncharted territory for trackers. It brings a watch case that has tapered straps to its side and make the band look even more like a smartwatch. Now, another obvious cue is the huge pallet-like black face of the Amazfit Band 5 and a relatively small 1.1-inch rectangular AMOLED panel in the middle. Nothing to write home about when put side to side with the Honor Band 6, where the AMOLED display is edge to edge and even the bezels are rather thin. Honor pumps out very serious resolution specs, 283 ppi to be exact. As a result, the screen does not look pixelated even on such a big screen. Display sizes are 1.1 inch versus 1.47 inches. There's no auto brightness on the two trackers, but what the Amazfit Band 5 does bring is always on display, while the Honor Band 6 does it slightly differently. What it offers is basically always on display, but only 5 to 20 minutes. Downloadable faces are available on both from the respective apps, so the Huawei Health app and the Zepp app. And there really is no difference in the experience whether using an iPhone or an Android device. The other major difference is the fact that Amazfit sticks to a capacitive button just below the display, but the Honor Band 6 once again goes out with a completely different operating principle and brings in a physical button on the right of the watch face. Once more showing us that by nature the Honor Band 6 is closer to a smartwatch, albeit a very budget smartwatch, in fact priced like a very budget smartband at only $45. And now let's discuss the features and functions on these two trackers. I don't want to be focusing on the basics such as the alarms, the notifications, weather widgets, stopwatch and timer. We want to get to the heart of these. We want to know where the overlaps are and where the gaps are between these two trackers. Let's begin with sports and activities. As you would expect from the tracker in this day and age, both cover you in terms of being waterproof up to 50 meters. So feel free to take either to the shower or the swimming pool. Amazfit gets 11 sport modes, while Honor gets just 10. But once again, these two watches have key differences, and they are in auto detection and actual sport and activity management. Auto activity recognition is not the only gap in sports management. The fact is, both of these watches actually treat their sports management quite differently. So Honor Band 6 really steps it up here. It offers the 10 sports, which are fixed, you can't expand them, but they're all goal-based, meaning that you can actually set a goal for your workout. For example, you want to walk for half an hour, or you want to cover a distance of 5 kilometers in your run, Or for example, you can set the calories to be burnt. The Amazfit Band 5 does not offer that. What it does have is things like auto pause. So for example, you stop while running to tie your shoelace. Yes, the band will stop the tracking, and once you start running again, it will kick off again, which is great, but it doesn't beat goal-based sport modes. Another gap, but in Amazfit's favor, is Alexa. Can you believe this? A tracker that costs like a super budget tracker has Amazon's Alexa to tell you a joke, the weather, direction, set your alarms, or record your shopping list. This is a very premium feature, and it's overwhelming to see it on a budget tracker. The biggest advantage of Amazfit over Honor Band 6 is the availability of Pi on the tracker. So the Pi basically nails your respiratory and cardiovascular health in just one single value. And to cut it short, basically keep your value above 100 points, and statistically speaking, you are 25% less prone to getting heart disease. The Pi metric is very advanced because it does look at your past activities, it looks at your workouts, it looks at your heart rate as well as the steps you've taken and the intensity at which you've done those exercises. So it is actually a very useful and insightful feature to have on your fitness tracker. In terms of features and functions, Honor Band 6 doesn't have anything specific to counter Alexa or the Pi metric, but it does get a pretty cool torch function, and you can set vibration intensity for haptic alerts. There are many overlaps, even in high-tech things. Both trackers overlap in features such as having stress monitors and guided breathing apps. There are overlaps even in sleep monitoring, so both bands cover your light, your deep, and REM sleep. Also, on top of that, both bands offer sleep scores and provide recommendations and advice on how to make your sleep quality better. Now, what I do like about the Huawei or the Honor Band 6 technology slightly more is the fact that all the recommendations and advice given to you by the watch or by the smart band are actually referenced to medical studies. And for me, that makes things just a bit more scientific and academic. Both trackers also get SpO2 monitors, and both are on demand or at a point in time, meaning you can't track SpO2 during your sleep nor for the length of an activity. The claimed battery life for typical usage is 14 days for the Honor Band 6, 15 days for the Amazfit Band 5. Now, personally, I don't quite agree because with my typical usage, I struggle to getting both trackers to lasting 10 days. So which one of these two trackers is right for you? There's a whole lot of information that we covered in this review and comparison, and I hope that it's really more clear to everyone watching this review that these two trackers are excellent in their own right, and there is no clear and definitive winner between the two. It all comes down to your personal preferences. If you're more focused on sport and regular exercises, I would say that Honor Band 6 will better accommodate with goal-based workouts, and on top of that, have a much larger screen, will be much more convenient for looking at stats and activity records. The Amazfit Band 5 offers Pi and Alexa, both of which are extremely useful and very cool. Let me know in the comments below the video what you think of these two trackers and which one do you think actually brings more value to the table. Also, please join my Instagram account at wesknows.tech. I'll leave the link below the video. And also, if you did like the video, if you did find it useful and insightful, then please do click the subscribe button below the video to make sure you don't miss any of our future content. Thanks for watching, everyone. And again, Merry Christmas.